Let's be honest, are you spending more time wrestling with spreadsheets and data than actually connecting with your donors? If so, you are definitely not alone. Today, we're going to talk about something that is crucial for any growing nonprofit: integrating your CRM with your payment processor. And trust me, this isn't just some techie IT upgrade. It's a strategic move that can literally transform how you operate.
So, let's just jump right in with a question for you. Think about your day-to-day. Are you or your team spending hours, and I mean hours, manually plugging in donation data, hunting down errors, and just trying to piece together information from totally different systems? If you're nodding your head right now, then yeah, your data is probably working against you, not for you. And to understand just how big this issue is, look at this number: $1.43 billion. That's what U.S. nonprofits spent on transaction fees just last year. It's a mind-boggling amount of money, and it really drives home why having razor-sharp, efficient systems is so incredibly important.
Which brings us right to what I like to call the manual data mess. This is the frustrating day-in, day-out reality for so many organizations that are trying to juggle systems that just don't talk to each other. And you know what? It's a huge drain on your most precious resources, your time and your team's energy.
This is that daily grind, right? The endless copy-pasting from one system to another, the hours spent trying to get the numbers to just match up, and that constant nagging risk of a simple human error causing big problems down the line. Every single minute spent on these manual tasks is a minute you're not spending building relationships with donors or actually pushing your mission forward. It's a vicious cycle that costs you so much more than just money.
So, how do we break that cycle? How do we fix this? Well, the solution, you guessed it, is integration. This is where we connect the dots and finally make all that technology start working for us, automatically.
You know, Andrew Cares, the co-founder of CentralBill, puts it perfectly. He says integration is all about creating this seamless flow of information. So a donor makes a payment online, and boom, instantly, all of that data just appears exactly where it needs to be in your CRM. No lag, no manual entry, and zero chance for typos to sneak in. And the difference here is, well, it's night and day. On one side, you've got the old way. It's all manual, it's slow, it's prone to error, and it leads to so many missed opportunities. But on the other side, you've got this beautiful integrated approach. It's automated, it's accurate, it's instant, and it becomes the foundation for building way stronger relationships with your donors. So what does this actually mean for your bottom line? Well, get this. Organizations with integrated systems can retain up to 30% more revenue. How is that possible? It's because automation helps you spot things like failed payments the second they happen, and it keeps your vital recurring donation programs running smoothly without a single hiccup.
And this right here is why having clean, reliable data is so mission critical. A whopping 75% of nonprofits use their data to design better programs for the communities they serve, and over half use it for income forecasting. When your data is accurate and you can access it instantly, you can just make smarter, more strategic decisions for your mission. It's that simple. Okay, so I think we're all on board with why integration is a total game changer. So now, let's get practical. Let's talk about the how. And that starts with choosing the right tools for the job.
It really all boils down to these 4 key things. First up, compatibility. Your systems have to be able to talk to each other effortlessly, usually through something called an API. Just think of an API as a universal translator for your software. Second, data mapping. You need total control over how that info flows from one place to another. Third, and this is a big one, security. It's absolutely non-negotiable. And finally, ease of use. Because hey, if your team finds it confusing, it's just not the right tool.
And let's just double down on security for a second. A full 69% of donors actually worry about data breaches when they're giving to a new organization. Building and keeping their trust really starts with having secure, compliant systems. It's the bedrock of everything you do.
All right, so you've picked the right tools. Now what? The next step is putting them into action the right way. Let's walk through some of the most important practices to make sure your integration is successful and, totally pain-free.
First up is this idea of data mapping, which is really the backbone of your entire integration. It sounds technical, but it's pretty simple. It's just about telling your systems where each piece of data should go. So for example, you map the transaction amount field in your payment system to the deal value field in your CRM. You get this right from the start, and your data stays clean, organized, and super useful.
These are your 3 pillars for a great integration. 1.
Standardize how you map your data. Use unique identifiers like an email address to avoid messy duplicates. 2. Automate the syncing process. You want those real-time updates. And 3. Lock it all down with serious security measures, like tokenization, which is kind of like a secret code for your sensitive data, and two-factor authentication.
And speaking of security, get this. It's a pretty wild stat. Just by enabling two-factor authentication, you can block 99% of hacking attempts. It is such a simple step that adds this massive layer of protection for your organization and for your donors' precious data.
So, we've covered the problems, we've talked about the solution, and we've gone over the best practices. Now for the really good part. Let's see how all of this comes together to unlock real, sustainable growth for your mission.
Because that's the real goal here, isn't it? Integration is not just about fixing the headache of manual data entry. It's about building a rock-solid foundation that frees you up to focus on the future and create amazing new opportunities for impact.
And this is where you really start to see the payoff. A properly integrated system makes it super easy to offer lots of different payment options. And that has a direct impact on donations. Just look, donors who use ACH bank transfers give 55% higher monthly gifts, and offering digital wallets can boost repeat donations by almost 80%. It's all about meeting your donors where they are.
And now check out this reliability factor, which is especially huge for recurring gifts. Credit cards expire, they get lost, they get replaced, leading to a massive 30% annual failure rate. But ACH transfers, which are tied right to a bank account, they fail less than 1% of the time. That is a game changer for your revenue stability.
So, let's bring it all home. What are the key takeaways? By integrating your systems, you can automate a ton of tasks, boost your revenue, beef up your security, and, most importantly, you free up your amazing team to do the work that actually matters, connecting with supporters and driving your mission forward. At the end of the day, your data tells a story. It's the story of your donors, your impact, and your incredible potential. So the real question is, are you just using it to look back at what you've already done, or are you ready to finally unlock it, to build the future of your mission?